The invisible cost of the risks that you don't take, the dreams you don't chase, the life you don't end up living. We obsess over the cost of failure, but we never calculate the cost of staying exactly where we are. So today I'm gonna do that math for you. So let's get into it. There's something called the safe life illusion. Here's what we tell ourselves. I'll take that risk once I'm more prepared, once I have more money, once I have more gear, once I have more resources, once the timing is better, once I'm more confident. The translation of that is that you never end up doing it. The answer to when is never. Here's the secret about timing. It's never perfect. There's never a right time. And if you keep waiting for the right time to do things, you're just never gonna do them. If you keep waiting to feel a sense of safety before you do something, you're never gonna take the leap. And that's the point of life. It's all ebbs and flows. It's all ups and downs. There's never going to be a time where you're like, okay, yeah, I feel safe. Like nothing in my life is going to change. And if you do have a time like that, great. But that's not the truth for most of us. Preparation is never complete. Confidence doesn't come before action. It comes from it. Playing it safe feels responsible. It feels mature. It feels smart. But it's actually the riskiest thing you can do is to play it safe, is to become complacent, is to not be in pursuit of change in formative ways that would positively affect you. So let's break down the real price tag of playing it safe. Cost number one, your potential. Every day you don't try is a day you don't grow, is a day that you miss out on potentially having a breakthrough on something that you've really been putting work and effort into. You're not staying the same, you're shrinking. Your comfort zone isn't maintaining you, it's containing you. It's stopping you from expanding into the person that you know you can be, the person that you say that you want to be. You have already said that this is who you want to be. You want to be that runner. You want to be the content creator. You want to be a writer. Okay, but then why aren't you writing? Why aren't you creating content? Why aren't you going to the gym? Why aren't you running? You have to set in motion the life that you want by becoming the person that you say that you want to become. And that takes action. Cost number two, your self-respect. Deep down, you know when you're playing small. You know when you're choosing fear over truth. You know when you have a lot of self-doubt. And every time you do it, you lose a little respect for yourself. You lose a little bit of self-trust. You lose a little bit of that magic that allows you to tell yourself, I can do whatever I set my mind to. And I know that because I've done it in the past. The more that you stop yourself from taking risks, the more complacent you are, the less self-trust you have. If you don't have self-trust, it's even harder to take those risks. It's even harder to step out on faith. Cost number three, your time. You can make more money, but baby, you can't make more time. It's the most precious resource we have on this earth. Every year you spend in the safe job, in the safe place, in the safe relationship, in the safe anything, that's a year you're not getting back. And that's something serious. That's arguably one of the biggest costs here, is your time. We only have a limited amount of time, and sometimes it's not worth pushing over to the next day, the next week. Cause one, you know ain't gonna do it then, if you ain't do it now. But two, that time is precious and you can't ever get that back. Cost number four is your legacy, your reputation. Sure, we don't have to worry about what people think about us, right? I don't think that living your life worried about what other people are thinking about you makes any logical sense. But someone is always watching you. Your friends, your sibling, your younger self even. Let's think about it from that POV. If your younger self was watching you, what would you be teaching them? Are you showing them that your dreams are always something to be chased and never something to actually achieve? Are you showing them that your dreams aren't worth taking the risk on, that safety matters more than fulfillment, that there'll always be enough time so you don't have to put in work for your dreams? That's a legacy that you can't undo. And more importantly, that's also part of your self-concept, right? Like, think about your younger self. You owe it to them to step out on faith, to take the risk, to chase your dreams, to be the person that you say that you want to be. You owe that to your younger self. You owe that to every iteration of yourself that has come up until now. So put in the work for them because they deserve it, and you deserve it now in the present, and you're going to deserve it in the future. So why not sow the seeds now? Cost number 5, your vitality. Playing it safe doesn't just cost you opportunities, right? It costs you actual vitality. That spark, that energy, that vibe of going to get something that you want, of living out your dream life, of being the person that you know that you can be. That feeling of being fully, vibrantly alive and living in your present and ruminating in that. Think to yourself, do you want to play it safe or do you want to feel alive? Do you want to live a full life or do you just want to be a little for eternity? Like, do you just want to be your constant state of existence? I don't think so. So pick one. Imagine something for me, okay? Yes, this is gonna be morbid, but it'll drive home the point. You're 85 years old, lying in bed, looking back on your life. What's more likely to haunt you? The thing you tried and failed at, or the thing you never tried at all? I've never heard a 70-year-old or an elder say, I really wish I'd played it safer, but I have heard countless people say, I wish I'd taken that chance. I wish I'd gone down that road. I wish I'd accepted that job offer, or I wish I didn't accept that job offer. I wish I stepped out on faith. I wish I believed in myself. I wish I started that business. The regret of inaction is heavier than the regret of action every single time. Think about it this way. Here's a good analogy. You know how everyone always talks about how much they hate going to the gym? We hate it, blah, 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 it sucks. But then you go to the gym and what? You feel better, right? The regret of not going to the gym is always gonna be heavier than you having gone, because there's no regret there. So remember that as you do things that are hard, as you go out on a limb. You're never gonna regret doing what you did, but you will regret if you don't. You might be saying, I can't afford to take that risk. Really? Can you not afford to? Can you afford to live another decade where you're at? Another year where you're at? Another 5 years where you're at? What is the opportunity cost? I challenge you for real to calculate the opportunity cost of you taking the risk. Really sit down and put pen to paper and think, truly, what am I losing out doing this? What am I losing out not doing it? And I guarantee you most of the time that the list of you not doing it is gonna be longer than the list of you doing it. And sometimes even if it's not, you gotta zoom out and think bigger than that and really trust in yourself and know that if your life, if you're being pointed in a direction, there will be support along the way to get you there. And if not, failure is the best teacher. Fail fast and fail hard. And then you get up and you have so many more lessons and you have so many new ways of viewing things that will help you moving into the future. What if I fail? Okay, what if you succeed? And even if you do fail, so what? Like I just said, failure is the best teacher. And it's an event, not an identity. Remember that. You are not failure. It's just an event that happened in your life. You'll survive it. It's too late. It's only too late if you're dead. You're not dead, so it's not too late. Period. I'm not gonna lie to you, taking risks is terrifying. People love to say everything in moderation or find balance, but some things don't work in moderation. You can't be moderately authentic. You can't be moderately brave. You can't moderately chase your dreams. Some things require full commitment, no backup plan. That's what separates the people who actually want it from the people who are just thinking about it. You don't have to quit your job tomorrow and move to Bali. That is not what I'm trying to say in this video. I'm not saying that it's gonna be a one day to one day switch. Start small though. Have the conversations you've been avoiding. Apply for the job you think you're not qualified for. Share your work before it's perfect. Say I love you first. Book the trip, start the project. It gets easier with time. Oh, I'd rather lose it all, win it back, lose it all again and win it back again before I sit complacent in a life that I know could have been more exciting, better, at least the life that I could say with confidence that I tried to build. What would you do if you weren't afraid? Not what would make your parents proud. What would you do? What do you want? Whatever just came to mind, that's your answer. Take the risk, make the leap, choose the uncertain path. I can't promise you it'll work out, but I can promise you, you'll never wonder what if. And to me, that's worth everything. I hope that this gave you some insight, made you think of things from a different POV. If you have any notes on the ways that you stop playing it safe, drop them in the comments. I'd honestly love to hear, moving into next year especially, what risks are y'all thinking about taking? What is a risk you've been grappling with for a long time that you can't seem to push yourself to just do? Let's cheer each other on. Let's give each other more reasons to take the risk. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.